My name is Margot Karoff-Hunger. I'm the Steelyard's Workforce Coordinator. Steelyard is an industrial arts nonprofit in Providence. Before I start, I want to thank Polaris for bringing us to the table and Tico for having us all here, so thank you. First, as an overview, the Steelyard is an industrial arts nonprofit. Job training is just a very small part of what we do there. We work in the industrial arts. We do welding, blacksmithing, ceramics, jewelry making, and iron casting. And within those practices, we have classes open to the public. So if you guys want to learn any of that, come on by. We're an event site. We have our own events and we host other people's events. We have an artist residency program. We do special programming, youth programming, and a public projects department that makes commissioned public functional art for the communities. Well to Work, our job training program, began in 2008 as a response to an issue that we were having that probably is the reason why a lot of you guys are here today. We needed qualified and quality workers to complete a public project for us in 2008. And that first iteration of the program, it really began really organically and naturally. We paid a handful of local residents to come and learn the skills necessary to complete the project at hand. And since then, Well to Work has really grown and taken off from then. It has changed significantly, but it still holds a lot of those same basic concepts as it did in that first program. So we still pay Rhode Islanders to come and learn the skills necessary to gain and maintain meaningful employment. And simultaneously, we're supporting Rhode Island's manufacturing needs. Well to Work is currently offered 2 seasons a year, and during each season we can train up to 32 participants in a series of programs. Participants are 18 years old or older and fall and meet certain income guidelines. These restrictions are in place so the program meets its goals and its philosophies, which is to connect underserved and underemployed Rhode Islanders to all the jobs that are available here in Rhode Island. Notice how I didn't just say welding jobs. We keep this program fairly varied, and that is on purpose for 2 reasons, and we come at it from 2 angles. First, I think it's clear from everyone who's representing their companies here today, Rhode Island's manufacturing economy has really diverse skilled labor needs. We don't all make the same thing, so everyone's needs are very specific and individualized. And additionally, Well to Workers, people who apply into the Well to Work program come from backgrounds with very little opportunities available to them, especially when it comes to technical and artistic education. So participants who come into our program don't even necessarily know what welding is, never mind whether or not they want to do it for the rest of their lives. So this is some of the reasons why we keep Well to Work very heavy on the transferable skills side of things. We teach things that are really applicable to any career, especially careers that are represented here today. So a little bit more about the format of Well to Work, the curriculum, and the results that we've seen over the past 9 years. Well to Work is offered in 2 versions currently. We have a 30-hour version and a 120-hour version. The 30-hour version is offered in 1 week, Monday through Friday, 30 hours, you're done. And the second version is offered over 4 weeks, same hours, 30 hours a week. The 30-hour version, participants are taught foundational MIG welding and fabrication skills. And they don't just sit there and weld and grind and cut and bend things just because. They are working on real commissioned public projects through our public projects department. So they're learning on the job in essence for us. Successful graduates of that 30-hour 1-week program are welcome to apply into our Well to Work 2.0 program, which is that 120-hour program. In that program, they build upon the skills that they've learned in the 30-hour program. So they're introduced to TIG welding, to stick welding. They go on tours of local industrial facilities, such as your own. They receive an OSHA 10 safety certificate, and they receive a formal soft skills training at the Genesis Center in Providence. While both versions of the program focus on welding and fabrication skills, there is a strong emphasis on the soft skills necessary to gain and maintain meaningful employment. So this means we emphasize showing up on time, accountability, communication skills, teamwork, following directions, professionalism, and safety within a manufacturing environment. In essence, Well to Work aims at molding motivated, smart, and hardworking individuals into employees that are trainable. Entry-level employees who are worth your time and your effort and your money in giving them the specific skills that your jobs need. And we've been proving the results of this on our own ever since the program began. For example, of the last 2.0 cohort that we just graduated, we've hired back 4 of the 7 crew as artists and fabricators in our public projects department and as teaching assistants in our open enrollment courses. So we're really creating groups of people who are employable, who we want to employ, and who we do employ as much as we can. It's a unique program. It's a really unique space. If none of you have been there before, I invite you all to give me a call and come on by, take a tour of the Steelyard, meet participants who are in there now. Applications are open for the fall 2017 programs. So that's going to close on Friday. If you know anyone who might qualify or be interested to apply, I'd be happy to speak with you or them about that. In the meantime, if you want to come on down and take a tour, you are more than welcome to do so. So thank you.
I find this fantastic, and you kept stressing Rhode Island for obvious reasons. Is this open only to Rhode Island residents?
As of now, based on our funding, yes. So we have accepted in the past other residents or from other places, but generally speaking, we work very, very locally. We create products for local communities, and we really do reach out to our community. So many residents are from Olneyville, which is where the Steelyard is located, but we really kind of anyone in Rhode Island at this point.
Because of our Fall River facility, we employ about 50 welders,
Okay.
and some of the folks are nearing retirement age, and so it's a failing art, so to speak, and we would always be looking for the pipeline of welders.
Yeah, I mean, transportation is always an interesting topic for the demographic that we target, but if there were sort of ways, and we could negotiate ways to get people from us to you, we're very flexible in sort of making systems work, and finding ways to make things work.
Yeah, we can, if it's a matter of supporting PAYCO some way, we can have those conversations with DLT to see what.
Case by case basis,
Mhm.
absolutely.
I was just gonna say that I've been out, I myself and DLT were out there, I was invited, and if any of you want to see something that's amazing, you need to take a tour of the Steelyard.
I did the weekend welding class and it
You
was
did?
amazing.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Actually, I learned how to weld first when I was 15 at the Steelyard, so I've sort of grown up there and spent many years there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and do it. It's really fun.
It's not just steel, it's like a family, it's an environment.
It is a family. I found myself, we keep our classes very small. There's no more than 8 participants per class. And it really helps me emphasize and ensure that people are successful within our program. If someone is not 10 minutes early, I'm calling their mom a lot of times just to ask how their kid is. So it's a very small community, and we really do ensure that all participants who get into the program are successful on the other end, and we do that in a supportive, small family way.
Lots of wraparound services.
Yes, plenty of that too.
And there's the message that Margot gave over and over, I just want to emphasize, it's not just welding, right? It's a lot of those soft skills, and a lot of the candidates coming out of the cohorts go in to do other things, other training programs?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a good first step. The people that we're targeting for these programs may not be successful in other training programs if they just went into a more intensive, longer training program. A lot of people need that first step, which is Well to Work, and then from there they can go on and sort of create their own pathways. And I help them think about what those pathways might be, what they're interested in, qualified for, whatever it may be. So if you run your own training program and you're looking for candidates who will be able to make it through your training program, call me. If you have entry level or positions in your company and you're looking for people who you want to pour money into at the time, who you know will stick with your company, we also, I know handfuls of people who might be great for you.
Your question?
Sure. So maybe I missed it, so is this all scholarship, all state funding, or are students paying? Is it company sponsored, the
So
student intern?
in the past, we have privately fundraised for every single program that we run, job training wise. And it's a free program, and we pay participants to come and participate in the program. So everyone receives a stipend at the end. We've recently received like Polaris and Real Jobs money, so that is where the funding comes from.
Margot, how many cities are involved in these public projects?
I mean, there are public projects, I think, in every city in Rhode Island at the very least, and in Massachusetts parts of, so we're really starting to expand. If you know what to look for, you'll see them a little bit more often. If you feel like looking like a crazy person, you go examine a cool looking trash can, like on the street, it could be us. So we don't make just, we don't make just simple trash cans or simple things, it's really just functional public art. So a fence that could be boring, we make it look good. A trash can that could just be a trash can, it's a design trash can that could have to do with the company who purchased it to put it outside of their building, or it could represent the neighborhood that it's in, so it really sort of varies, but there are tons and tons of projects out in the community.